Going to proceed to chapter 6, carbonyl compound. Okay, 6.1 structure and 6.2 nomenclature. Functional group for carbonyl is CO, yeah, C double bond O. So this one is the functional group for carbonyl. General formula is CnH2n plus O. For example, when n equals to 3, so it means C3H 2 times 3 is 6. Oh, okay, this is for example. From there, carbonyl compound with the general formula of CnH2nO, you will get aldehyde or ketone. This is isomer. If you can draw ketone, you can also draw aldehyde. Okay, aldehyde. Compared to ketone, the differences is these two things. This one is RH. R is alkyl chain, yeah, remember R is alkyl. Okay, R is alkyl. And ketone have 2R. Okay, 2R. Okay, what is drawn to you here, delta negative and delta positive, showing this part is actually partially negative, or we can say high in electron density, and this one is partially positive. Okay, this one means that it have high electron density, yeah. The same thing for this one, oxygen. So it refers to the oxygen, whereby partially negative refer to the carbon here, means that it is low electron density. Okay. So nomenclature of aldehyde. Okay, this is something that you need to know. Yeah? Methanol is C double bond O, hydrogen, hydrogen. So this is the simplest form of aldehyde. If this one is alkane, the name will be methane, but you change with E with Al. The same one for this one, 2 carbon atom. This one is ethane, so we change into ethanol. And this one 3 carbon atom, it is propanol. Okay, for aldehyde, it will have the Al suffix. Okay, the one that I highlight here in yellow is something that you also should remember. So formaldehyde refers to methanol, formaldehyde, and acetaldehyde refers to ethanol. So acetal or acetyl usually refer to something that have 2 carbon atom. Acetic acid 2 carbon atom. Acetone 2 carbon atom. Acetone is 3 actually, because you cannot have ketone with 2 carbon. Okay, and one more thing that you need to remember, the one that I highlight here is this one, benzaldehyde. Okay, aromatic aldehyde, which is benzaldehyde. Okay, so let's try to name this structure. Okay, benzene will have the lower priority when you are going to label the name for this one. So this will be the parent chain. Everything here will be the parent chain. And as you can see, the carbonyl group is at carbon number 1. This is carbon number 2. So it means this is actually ethanol. Okay, ethanol. And this is the substituent, which is phenyl, and attached at carbon number 2. So this compound, the name is 2-phenyl ethanol. Okay, ethanol is the parent chain. And the substituent attached at carbon number 2, 2-phenyl ethanol. Okay, next one. So this is the longest chain. Everything here is the longest chain. Okay, how many carbon? Priority. Carbonyl is higher priority than double bond. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So for the longest chain, it is 4. So it will be butanol. But there is double bond here. There is double bond at carbon number 3. So this one will be, oh sorry. So it should be, okay, butanol. Okay, but you need to show the position of the butane. So it will be 2, 2. Oh, 2. Sorry, 3. Because it is at position number 3, yeah. Okay. Put 3 in now. This is carbon number 3, yeah. I write down 2. So it refers to 3, yeah. Okay, this one. 2 phenyl ethanol earlier, right? Okay, 2 phenyl ethanol earlier. Okay, what about this one? The longest chain. Okay, you need to be careful, because the longest chain, the longest chain might be this one, or it can be this one. So let's count the number of carbon, yeah. Okay, so 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. So you have 4 identical, you have 2 identical structure which have 4 carbon. So the one that you are going to choose is the one that have higher number of substituent. Okay, if you, okay, let me erase first this one. If you choose this one, okay, let's say you choose this one, your substituent is only one. This thing only one substituent. Okay, compare if you choose this one. If you choose this one as the longest chain, you have one substituent and one more substituent. Okay, so you choose the one that will give you higher number of substituent. Okay, so this one will be your parent chain. 1 2 3 4. Okay, this is ethyl attached at carbon number 2, so 2 ethyl, and this one is hydroxyl. Hydroxy, yeah. Hydroxyl as substituent is hydroxy without the L. So this one 3 hydroxy. So combine them together. This is butana. This is butana. So 2 ethyl dash 3 hydroxy. This one should be close together. Hydroxy, butana. Butana, 3 hydroxy, and 2 ethyl. So that is the name for it. No spaces. No spaces between everything here. Everything is one word actually. Okay, next one, ketone. The other isomer for aldehyde is ketone, yeah. So the differences is E you change with O and E, yeah. For example, E, O and E, so it will become propanone. Propane become propanone. Okay, so this is propane, propanone. Butane, butanone. Okay, the same 4 carbon. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. Okay. Pentane, it will become cyclopentanone. The same thing. 5 carbon. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so the longest chain with the carbonyl group is numbered so that C will get the smallest number. Okay, example for this one. So carbon is nearer to the right. So 1 2 3 4 5. So we count from the right. And this is the position number 2, and 5 carbon atom is pentane, and this one is ketone, so pentanone. And you need to show the position. Where is the carbonyl in the pentane, in the pentanone? So this one is 2 pentanone. Where is the name? Okay, labeling the number first. So 2, you can name it 2 pentanone or pentane 2-one, but I prefer to use this one. This naming is easier. So remember, so acetone, this is what I've told you earlier. So acetone is actually 3 carbon atom, because the simplest form of ketone, it needs to have at least 3 carbon. And the one that I highlight here, you need to memorize. So butanone, 2 pentanone. 2 pentanone also can be used in terms of naming. Okay, so ketone, one more is acetophenone. Okay, the aromatic ketone, acetophenone or phenylethanol. But you need to remember the common name. Sometimes the question can ask you about common name. The rest of it is okay if you don't remember it. Okay, so let's try to name this compound. So the higher priority is given to the carbonyl. So this is the longest chain. So this is the longest chain, and this is the substituent. So this one is propanol, right? Propanol, and this one is cyclopentyl. Okay, so the name for this compound, 2-propanol. You need to label the position, 2-propanol, and this one is carbon number 1. You can also choose this one, but you will have this one become 3. So we want to have the lower number of locant. So this one will be this one will be 1, this one will be 2, this one will be 3. So you have lower number. So this one is 1 cyclopentyl, 2 propanol. Okay, what about this one? Okay, this is carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, and this one is still propanol, 1 propanol. Okay, carbon number 1, and this is also cyclopentyl, 1 cyclopentyl dash 1 propanol. Okay, 1 cyclopentyl dash 1 dash propanol. Okay, what about ketone here? So priority you will need to give to this compound. Okay, so this is carbon number 1, carbon number 2, carbon number 3, carbon number 4, carbon number 5. Or you can also count from here. Okay, so this one is methyl. This one, okay, if you remember the shape, this one is actually isopropyl. Okay, isopropyl. Methyl, this one is methyl. So the name for this compound is cyclohexanol. We don't have to label the position number 1 because in cyclic compound the carbonyl position is always 1. So 3 isopropyl, this is at carbon number 3 isopropyl, and this one is at carbon number 5. So 3 isopropyl dash 5 dash methyl cyclohexanol. Okay, so I think you get the idea. So you can try to name this compound on your own. So this one is 1 phenyl, 1 propanol, this one hex 4-ene, 3-one, because this one is a little bit different because you have double bond. We need to show the position of the double bond, and it is at carbon number 3. The carbonyl is at carbon number 3. Okay, so that is all for nomenclature, the structure and nomenclature of carbonyl compound, aldehyde and ketone. So good luck, study, and bye.